Now, I'm sure this is more common than not, particularly in the days of COVID, but have you struggled with maybe stress eating? I have, as a matter of fact, particularly in COVID times. And Karen Armstrong is here with some advice for us.
Today, I'd like to reach out to anybody who may be working with emotional eating and potential weight gain. With COVID and the economy, it has created a lot of fear and stress, and for some people, even boredom if they're at home more now. That doesn't feel good. And what emotional eating is it's just a distractor. It's a way that your mind figured out to make you feel better. And that's your mind's job. It's always trying to protect you. It always wants you to feel better. And so why I want to bring this up today is because when you are aware of what's going on, it's much easier to bring conscious choice into your life. It's not about having to go on a diet and eating bad and being bad and those types of judgments. What it is acknowledging that there's something underneath the surface. There's emotions that are going on that need to be dealt with. Our emotions are just a call to action. The unfortunate thing is when you don't know what they are, or how to deal with them, your mind will encourage you to go to those distractors, food being a big one. There's also other addictions and, behaviors like zoning out on Netflix or, Facebook and those types of things. So in the pursuit, the interesting thing is in the pursuit of trying to make you feel better, it actually makes you feel worse. But in those moments, you can't see that far out. You just think of that, what's going on in that moment. Many of you probably remember from high school, I know that's when I first heard it, about Pavlov's dogs. And it's the story the experiment where, he rang a bell and then fed the dog, rang a bell, fed the dog, kept doing that. And eventually, all they had to do was ring the bell and the dog would start to salivate. So it already associated the sound of the bell with eating. And that's the exact same thing that's going on. When it started for most of us, if not all of us, when we were children and we felt bad. And our parents wanted us to feel better, or maybe it was our grandparents. And so they gave us ice cream or they gave us chocolate or took us for a treat. By doing that over and over again, our mind figured out, when I'm not feeling good, when I eat this stuff, it makes me feel better. So much like riding a bike, when you first learned, you had to think about it. Then you practiced it, and then it just became your conditioned response or your autopilot. And the same thing is happening with the food, is that when you felt bad and ate it and felt better, and you did this time and time again, you conditionally learned that that's a good activity to engage in when you're not feeling well. So I guess the biggest takeaway today is two things. One, if you're a parent, just be aware that the autopilots, the subconscious mind, your belief system is all being formed at a very, very young age. When children are young, they're very impressionable. And so when you use food to make them feel better, you're creating problems down the line for them. And then for you today, if this is something that you're experiencing, what you need is a pattern interrupt. You need something that's going to kick you into the present moment so that you can make a conscious decision if eating that food is right for you. I am Karen Armstrong from TV7.ca News.